Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K, and this is the first half of June 2019 reading. This is about getting on the other side of your perspective. It sounds weird, but a lot of people have gone through a very spiritual lesson, either in connection with others or in their own space. And they are coming to recognize, we all are, shadow sides of ourselves, where we aren't walking in our highest, best good, in comparison to walking in the path of happiness and joy. Because when we open up to happiness, joy, and love, that's when love comes in. So for this general reading, and thank you to those of you whom have let me know that these are indeed or have been your energies that have helped to guide you into the path of your highest, best good, your happiness, and your joy. Thank you for letting me know that these messages resonated for you. If these messages resonate at this time and you'd like more information, feel free to write me at my email, which is josiek42@gmail.com. My price list will be in the box below. All right. So during this general reading, I am feeling the energy of a Gemini who thought that there was a karmic connection, a karmic situation with a person, place, circumstance, situation, etc. But there were energies of bad decision making, energies of bad habits, old cycles, behaviors that were not working for us, for Gemini. So we have a Gemini now who is thinking about shifting their path into a new direction here in the beginning of June 2019, and they are open to traveling and meeting and negotiating with others to apply for a new job, to go to interviews, etc., so that they can come into a new group of people, so that they can shine like the sun. They are researching and recognizing that in the past they weren't putting all of their energy into a situation or circumstance. So now this Gemini, by the 7th, the 10th of June 2019, will be at home in their home environment, being blessed with the energies to kind of take some time to think about where you've been, what ended, and now where you want to go next, right? And to get excited about the chapter of 2019. What is it that you're going to create? What is it that inspires you, that you can do to bring joy back into your path? Spiritually, physically, psychologically, however that may apply. Okay, so by the second week of June 2019, we have a Gemini who is going to be shining like the sun. There's going to be a surprise. Now, this is going to be for those who can trust in spirit and pray and say, please guide me in the highest, best direction, and just trust that spirit will. Because for those who will be trusting in spirit, you could start to notice signs, synchronicities, repeating numbers, and etc. And that is a sign that Spirit's guiding you into the right direction. Okay, things are going to make sense in a strange way. All right, so by the 15th, the middle of June 2019, this Gemini is looking at a commitment, a partnership, or contract. And they are kind of nervous. They're researching it. They're going to give it a chance. And I think they're going to understand that, hey, I have risen to a higher level. I am at a higher spiritual level whereby I don't need to manipulate or lie or deal with people who... This is more of an internal message. Sorry for whichever Gemini this is. It's about really taking a look at how you can go and rise above in your path instead of repeat old cycles, patterns, and behaviors, I guess is how they want me to express it. All right, so for this reading, I decided to use the Twin Flame Messages Volume 2 deck by Mystic Moon. And so these will be the energies either of this Gemini, the person Gemini is dealing with, and or the combination of the two, okay? So in the first 3-4 days of June 2019, this Gemini is saying, gosh, you know, I stink at commitment. I stink at commitment. I had this beautiful Empress that I wanted to create things with, and I screwed it up. Now, this could be Gemini, or this could be the one that Gemini is thinking of. However, it may apply in your own personal journey. Now, in the thoughts position in the first week of June 2019, we have, I thought about reaching out to you, but then I stopped myself. So I feel like this is for the Gemini I'm reading for during this general reading. And the Hermit as a major arcana is really Spirit's way of helping for this Gemini to take a little bit of a break as you are slowly but surely coming up with thoughts, maybe meeting up with people. I don't feel like a lot will go into an actual interview until we'll just say for some mid-June 2019. This is really, it's in the thoughts position, so you're being guided to really think things through about your own personal journey, Gemini. If you've been thinking about this Empress energy, first take a look at yourself and say, am I in a good, secure, stable foundation? Am I happy and joyful day to day in my own personal journey? Because if I'm not happy in my own personal journey, how can I commit what I have to another person? So maybe that's why you stopped yourself, is you knew you needed to think things through a little longer, or you were being guided to, Gemini. So in the first 12 days of June 2019, we have a Gemini in the relationship sector who is receiving karma is a bitch and I got mine. Okay, they may be feeling like something ended and now I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to move forward. But again, Spirit's saying trust in them and they will help to give you the signs and synchronicities to move you into the highest, best path. Look at this. Justice will turn in your favor as you use that sword to cut away from negative people, places, circumstances, situations, environments, and even train of thought that does not serve you, so that you can find yourself in a balanced state, energy-wise, in the relationship sector of the circle spread. What needs to change before you can finally reach out to another? Somebody may have wanted to marry someone. For some. All right, so by the second week of June 2019, in the creative aspects position, we have I can't take this anymore. We have a Gemini who may be holding tightly to their emotions, their feelings, their money. There's a poverty consciousness near here of not having enough. So really, that could be another thing I'm feeling here, is that Spirit's trying to guide this Gemini to please go and work on security and stability so that you can start with a solid foundation. If you're thinking about another person, in order to have a family, you got to build a foundation for that house, right? So there's some things that need to be taken care of first for this Gemini. All right, so in the actions position, we have I was reminded of your scent lately. A lot of people have long distant relationships with the internet, so it could just be I was reminded of you lately. But we do have the Tower here as a major arcana in the actions position. So we have someone coming to a spiritual realization that they want to maybe know more about a commitment or partnership. They may be thinking about this person. So Gemini is thinking about this other person, and then there is this shocking realization that you have indeed given birth to a new offer or opportunity. For some, it may take from the mid to end of June to sign on to this commitment, partnership, or contract if it's finances, but you'll be busy researching that. So yes, you may emotionally be feeling haunted by your actions, but look at, there's a financial offer or opportunity coming your way that'll help you to let go of all that transpired in the past. So you're coming to a realization, this Gemini, that you need to open yourself up to new opportunities, to a new path, to a solid foundation before recommitting or coming into commitment or partnership with another person. Sorry, I'm blinking my eye because I had peppermint on my hands and I just wiped it in my eyes. All right, so in the subconscious position, we have a Gemini who is saying, I know it might be too late before I figure things out. They're going from hearing emotionally by mid to end of June. It could be middle of June 2019, depending on how much effort you put in. Communication coming in, making you happy about hopping on this horse and moving into a new financial direction, career or opportunity, creative idea, however it applies. So yes, it may seem like I have to focus on myself and the fact that I'm rising to a higher level of pay, I'm rising to a higher level of commitment, partnership, or title, but it's not going to be too late. If something is meant to happen, it will happen if and when it's meant to happen. So we don't want to lose ourselves in and with a connection to another human being, but instead we want to focus on making sure we have our own stability and security. Okay, so in the day-to-day aspects position, we have I keep comparing others to you. This is almost like in the thoughts of this Gemini in the first half of June 2019. You are being blessed with the major arcana, the Hanged Man energies, to just have the time to sit and look at things from every perspective before stepping into a commitment, if that is what you eventually choose. So if you're a Gemini that's worried about finances, that's where you're being guided to focus on. And if you put your energy into that, it could be around maybe the 17th. Okay, I got a number, 17th of June 2019, where you can work on your stability and security. So look at in your inner strengths position. Yes, you need to go your own way for a while. If you're wondering about someone else, they're taking their time to go away for a while, but they're being reminded of your scent, thoughts of you, etc. But they are dealing with something else as they are taking action in their own personal journey, Gemini. So right now, it's time to heal. Spirit's going to give you the strength of the Three of Swords to let go of an old heartache and to focus on your security and stability, so that when this person comes around, for some, not all, it would be a personal reading that would define that, you're going to be ready. You may start to have your own apartment, your own home, your own whatever, and you get all settled and stable and happy, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I have the courage to open myself up to some form of communication, maybe tied to the past. Who knows? Or someone new. But you're going to be standing in a spot where you feel fulfilled and content and happy, no matter who comes and goes in your life. All right, so I'm going to bring in the Wisdom of the House of Night deck by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed, and I'm going to just lay out the same circle spread. This is spiritual advice for this Gemini reading. Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female? Whoopsies. Okay, yep. This is a lot of what this is about. Okay, so in the first, we'll just say the first week of June 2019, with these energies, we have the Cycles card. So this is about a Gemini saying, I'm setting new goals. I'm bad at commitment. I need to commit myself. I need to recognize old patterns, behaviors, and cycles. Just like I was saying that I've been repeating that keep bringing me back to the same unfulfilled results. Now, once I can identify what these old patterns, behaviors, or cycles are about, I can stop them in their tracks and I can do something completely different. I can show people that, yeah, I'm not going to repeat and fail. This time I'm going to succeed. How do you like that, right? So in the thoughts position, we have, I thought about reaching out. I'm deep in thought. Okay, take just a little bit of time to think. Okay, some of you may be dealing with someone who has Virgo in their chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. Either way, you're going to be thinking about reaching out, but spiritual advice is saying, you know what, let go in the next couple weeks. Let go of what may have been holding you back. Now, when we hold on to the energy of another human being, it's like we've attached ourselves to another star, right? So we start kind of dragging out of our path. When right now, this particular Gemini has got to get their finances in order. They may feel like something is not happening for them, but it will if you trust in spirit and you continue to put your effort in the first half of June 2019, Gemini. So in the relationship sector, we have karma's a bitch, I got mine, justice, the sword swung into my path and taught me a few things, hit me on the side of the head, and now I'm starting to think about balance. So in the relationship sector with others, this Gemini is saying, I need to get to the truth of my situation. Why has karma been a bitch? I don't know if I can say that on this, but so justice. Justice is about balance. It's about I'm going to cut out what doesn't serve me. I'm going to look deep within and recognize that I've only seen a fragment of myself, that I can grow into something so much more than what I have been doing with my own personal path. So creatively, you've got the movement energies, Gemini, to set goals and meet goals. This horse isn't running with another horse or a group of horses. They're running independently on their own towards their goals and intentions. They're recognizing what it is that brings them joy, and they're headed in that direction. Why? Because they can't take this poverty consciousness anymore. They can't take the I don't have enough, I can't survive, whatever that's about. In the actions position, which is what's most important, is as you're thinking of another and praying to Spirit that your efforts are going to turn in your favor. I feel like the Tower is kind of like Spirit saying, wow, congratulations. You're focusing on going your own way. You've let go of heartache, and now you're coming to a realization that you can pay those bills. You are where you belong at this time. Everything is happening as it should because you let go of sitting there thinking about it after a period of time, or you let go of trying to reach out to someone and couldn't get that off your mind. That was slowing you down from stepping into the correct path, whereby Spirit is always trying to guide you. So emotionally, we have I'm still haunted by my actions, and then boom, communication comes in right next to that Tower. What am I going to do now that I came to this realization that there is money on offer or communication on offer? However that may apply. If Libra is dealing with someone who has Earth in their, I'm sorry, if Gemini, okay, now I just got Gemini, Libra, and Earth. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. All right, everybody's is different. Anyway, so you're going to come into an understanding, Gemini, when an offer comes, that it's coming because you let go of a person, place, circumstance, situation, addiction, whatever that was about. You decided to see how successful you could be by changing old patterns, behaviors, or cycles. And now this could even be you, Gemini, moving into the path of that financial offer, hoping that as you are creating a solid foundation in your own personal journey, as you're recognizing old patterns, cycles, and behaviors that didn't work for you, as you cut away from what doesn't serve you in your life and find balance by setting goals to manifest more. Subconsciously, you're going to be recognizing with the individuality card that your individual star, you are a blessing in this universe. There is a hobby, gift, talent, skill, some form of purpose for you being here. So subconsciously focus on where you're headed. If it's financial, that you learn more about a commitment, partnership, or contract. I do believe this particular Gemini by around the 17th of June 2019 is going to go into a higher level of pay. But they're also being guided to focus on what makes them prideful of who they are. What is it that inspires you, and to work on that during the first half of June 2019. So day to day, I keep comparing you to others, and Spirit saying that's fine. Hang in there a little bit longer. Now I see the number 4. So I'm wondering if in 44. That reminds me of home. Somebody may be thinking and worrying about home. It's going to be okay. Remember, in the actions position, you are where you belong. You just need to make some changes when it comes to home, okay? And Spirit's trying to guide you, and it has to do with old patterns, behaviors, or cycles, whichever Gemini this is. So day to day, during the first half of June 2019, the Choices Angel is coming in with a white wing and a black wing and is saying, are you going to make a good choice or a bad choice? Focus on your individuality, what makes you happy, who you can become. Let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Build on your goals and intentions, and don't sit in the energy of I don't have enough, I won't make enough, I'm going to lose this, that, or the other. As you let go of old patterns, behaviors, or cycles, and you start to move into a higher way of living, more experiencing more than you experienced before because you trusted that you can, okay? then you will make the right decision. So there's a lot of research about a commitment, partnership, or contract by mid-June 2019. And again, when it comes to love in the inner strengths position, it's time to kind of heal from a heartache. Wait, because if something's meant to be, it will be. If it isn't, it isn't. Be fine with that. And do go your own way. Look at, here you are again, sitting by yourself at the wishing well, hoping, wishing, and praying that something will evolve. And Spirit's saying you can make lots of changes when it comes to your home environment, your stability, and your security, just by recognizing old cycles, patterns, and behaviors that did not work for you. And if you, and you have the ability to manifest a new path, especially financially, but what's holding you back are thoughts of another person or thoughts of old patterns and behaviors, like not being able to free yourself. And Spirit's saying with the Two of Wands, have the courage to move into a new direction. You will find something that makes you happy, but you've got to know that you deserve that. Amen. All right, so I'm going to bring in one card to close with from my newest deck, which is the Sacred Rebels deck by Alana Fairchild, because I love this artwork. And we're going to see what Spirit has to say as a closing message for this Gemini. Dear Lord, Spirit, Guides, and Angels. Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, please. Gemini, first half of June 2019. All right. So we have releasing allegiances, letting go of what was, healing, unfolding, standing up strong, running towards your inspirations. I'm going to see what the cards, the book says real quick because it's new and I'm still learning it. Oh, I actually took notes for this one. A time of self-love, amen. As you let go of another, this connection no longer serves you and is holding you back from your productivity, creativity, abundance, and consciousness in your own life. An outmoded frequency has ended. It's time for a new you. It's time for the you wanted to grow up and be. So if you need any advice, guidance when it comes to this forward movement, even a positive message, feel free to write me at my email for personal reading. My email address is josiek42@gmail.com, and my price list will be in the box below. Thank you for stopping by. Please like, share, and or subscribe. Thank you for your donations. Take care, and God bless. And God bless.